I recently stumbled across a copy of Police Chase Down for the PlayStation 2 that was on sale for a mere 75 cents. I simply couldn't resist picking it up. The game's cover art promised motorcycle-fueled action to the extreme, and the bullet points on the back of the box were a tantalising tease of what was to come. Terrorist strike. Escort the government VIP and defend him from the unrelenting terrorist assaults. As part of an elite police squad, you are to choose from one of 4 tough law enforcement officials. Race through freeways, cities and wilderness areas in over 10 top-secret missions. Use different abilities to aim for the highest scores while terrorists bombard you from every direction. It's a good thing I read the box because the game itself offers you nothing in terms of an introduction or opening, besides a mission briefing directing you to protect the mayor's limousine as it travels through a dangerous part of town. You can then choose to play as either Bill Baker, a respected highway patrol officer, Bob Cook, the city's most decorated officer, Kate Cleveland, a member of an elite police squad, or Alan Spencer, the government's top detective. I chose to play as Bill, and sure enough he's thrown into a dark highway on a dangerous night with the terrorists wasting no time in launching a full-scale assault on the mayor's limo. Ammo is limited and can be replenished by collecting additional magazines that have been scattered along the highway. However, I quickly realised that simply driving into the terrorists in order to knock them off of their bikes is a simpler and more ammo-efficient way of dispatching your foes. Other terrorists appear in larger vehicles, but these are no problem for Bill, who's been conserving his ammo for just such an occasion, and despite the awful controls and seemingly irrelevant timer, the mayor is kept out of harm's way. Mission complete. But Bill can't rest on his laurels for long. There is talk of a currency shipment being targeted as it travels through the desert, and once again Bill takes to the road. Thankfully it's brighter in the desert, so I can actually see what's going on this time. And wouldn't you know it, the fools are transporting the currency in another limousine. But this doesn't faze Bill, who sets about collecting ammo, bulldozing terrorists and spraying bullets. Just another day in the office. On to mission 3, and things have taken a darker turn. The president's limousine is under attack and there's no time to waste. Bill is exhausted from the previous 2 missions, so I decide to unleash the unstoppable force that is Bob Cook. Bob races to catch up to the president's car. There's definitely a bigger threat this time around and more at stake, but Bob doesn't waste any time getting to work. He dispatches terrorist after terrorist and looks good doing it. This one was a little too close for comfort, but ultimately the president arrived safely to his destination at the side of an isolated freeway. It's clear to me now that I can't let the weight of these missions rest on a single agent, so when I get word of a target in a white limousine running from attackers, I decide to send Kate Cleveland into the field. Initially, Kate is thrown by the unknown location of the limo, but a little off-roading soon has her back on track. Still, the limo has taken quite a beating in the time it's taken her to catch up, so Kate needs to utilise every tool at her disposal to keep the unnamed target alive, and just about manages to do so. The terrorists just keep coming back, harder and more deadly, time after time. So when I hear that they're planning to ambush the president's limousine, I know it's finally time to send out Alan Spencer, the government's top detective. But the terrorists aren't messing around this time, and Alan soon discovers that they've littered the highway with exploding barrels and landmines. Duty-bound to the president, Alan endures the blasts from the explosions to prevent them damaging the president's limo. But as more terrorists begin to swarm the highway, and with the president refusing to turn back, an inescapable truth begins to emerge. There'll be no happy ending this time. The president is dead. And this is 75 cents of my money that I'm never getting back. Thanks so much for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe, and I'll be back again soon with another video from the Random Game Room.